Listen, you guys, welcome back to Georgia again. Hot topic, you guys. There's always something going on in this state. Listen, I love it here, but Lord have mercy, is always something popping off. Listen. What's been going on in Georgia? Atlanta, we have all the craziness with the rappers being arrested. We got, of course, the violence is off the chain. We have a lady being killed for putting too much mayo on a Subway sandwich. Security guard being killed, children being killed, a lot of just unnecessary death, unnecessary violence. What else do we have? We have police officers in the hall of their infinite glory doing dumb stuff. And then we have a lot of officers doing a lot of great things as well, saving lives, saving kidnapped people. I mean, of course, the story is never ending. What else we got? We got the whole incident with Trump and the election. That's going on. You guys, it's a never-ending story in Georgia. It just isn't. Judge Hatchett getting touched on. I mean, this is crazy by a sheriff. You can't make this up. Man, what are we talking about tonight, you guys? Another case of drama, Georgia drama. I'm not surprised. We have a sheriff who gets into an argument with a city patrol officer over a traffic stop in front of a citizen. Listen, you can't make this up. It's phenomenal. We're gonna watch this video. I'm gonna play the whole thing out, and then I'm gonna break this whole thing down to you because this is crazy. I tell people all the time though, right? Thank God for cameras. I think the cameras get a chance to show everybody, especially in the black community, that these things happen to everybody. Even against police officers, you guys. I've gotten to it with police officers too. I've had to check a couple police officers in my department, just for a couple different reasons. And so, but seeing this is very sad. It's very disappointing. But listen, it's hilarious, but it's also sad and it's also embarrassing. So let's play this. We got a Georgia sheriff, and then we have a city sergeant going at it.
Inside the city or out here?
Just right here.
Okay.
Go pull the video at Valero. You get on my traffic stop again, I will arrest you.
Yeah, I'll arrest you right now.
Do it, buddy.
And we're going to
do it.
Charges
do
against
it.
your ignorance.
Do it, Ode.
Go for it.
Do it. There's cameras at Valero, and there's cameras at Napa that see you pulled out.
Shut your mouth.
You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your boy.
Talk to you, boy. You a boy.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Count 302, status check.
In full.
Oh my God. Wow. Listen, how embarrassing is this? Are you kidding me? You guys, this is a sheriff, the head of the whole sheriff department, getting into it with a patrol sergeant who's a part of a city. So it's, man, these territory wars that go on sometimes, you guys, let me tell you about it. It's a real thing. It sounds stupid. So you have a department. Let me break it down, then we get into the comedy behind this foolishness. You have a department. You have all these different municipalities. And think of it like there's borders. Each border is a different police department. Think of it like this. If we're looking at a honeycomb, we all know what a honeycomb looks like. It's sectioned off. So each section of the honeycomb is different sizes, right? And each one of those is a police department. So you're not supposed to, if you're a city police department, say you're the city of, Sharesville. In Sharesville, you have to only police and patrol in your area. Unless you're deputized, you cannot go outside of that area and police and someone else, unless it's an emergency or you're helping and things like that. But on your everyday routine, you're not supposed to do that. Now, the sheriff of the state, the sheriff has access to the entire state. They have jurisdiction everywhere. They can go anywhere they want to go. Now, what's interesting, though, is it looks like this has been some sort of ongoing beef between the sheriff's department and the city, where the city looks like they are overstepping their boundaries, right? They're crossing over the line. that they're not supposed to cross over, and writing tickets. So I've seen this happen a couple times, and a lot of departments get upset because there might be a nice long road and everybody wants to run laser, right? They want to run speed traps on there. And so sometimes the speeder gets across the border, right? And so the other agency doesn't like that. They don't like them over there. Okay, it's childish. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's stupid. But they do it for court purposes, jurisdiction purposes. I get it. So we all get it. But this right here, the sheriff is actually, what it looks like happened is that the city cop is in sheriff's territory. The sheriff witnessed it and pulled up and was like, hey, where did he pull you over at? Where did the violation happen at? That's what they're having a conversation with in the window. And then things spaz out. The sheriff is wrong, you guys. He's absolutely wrong. The sheriff is the one at the window. Listen, matter of fact, let me pull this up so we can run it back. But that's basically why they're fighting. And I guarantee you this is something that's been going on for a long period of time. And because I've seen this happen here in Georgia a few times, and it gets silly. It turns into a pissing contest. At the end of the day, people end up forgetting what their purpose is, right? But let me run it back so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. All right, so you guys can know who is who. Okay, at the window, that's the sheriff. Okay, that is absolutely the sheriff right there. The sheriff is talking to the driver, and he's trying to ascertain, hey, where did he pull you over at, or where did he stop you at? What's going on? Because if he stopped you inside this area, my county, he's done, right? This ticket is void. He can't give this ticket to you, and that's pretty much what he's saying. Now the officer, who's a sergeant, who's a city sergeant, he's like, don't ever come up to my traffic stop like that again, or I'm gonna arrest you. Listen, that's the sheriff. You don't have the authority to arrest him, right? Man, I swear, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. That's why he said, where was it at? And then you have the cop, he's saying, oh, by the traffic, there's cameras. This is where it happened at blase blase. So what ended up happening, he was probably inside the territory, the city territory, and he violated a traffic offense inside the city, but did not pull over till he got across the border into the sheriff's territory. It's all stupid. The sheriff's wrong. I'm gonna just be plain. He's wrong. The way he handled that, completely unprofessional, unacceptable. He could have waited for him to finish, let him write his ticket, spoke to him afterwards, got a copy of the ticket, found out the information, and they could have handled it that way. He could have called the city supervisor and did that. This right here is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. The people should be embarrassed. This is unacceptable. And this is the issue too, right? At the end of the day, here's the problem I have with it. You're talking to another officer like this, you can only imagine how they probably talk to a citizen that they're not happy with, right? I think that's, at the end of the day, what a lot of people are going to look at and say, if this is how you talk to another officer, imagine how you talk to a citizen that you don't like, a citizen that you don't agree with, a citizen that's breaking the law. How out of control are you going to get? No control on either side. F-bombs and the sheriff called him an F-boy. He said, don't talk to me like that. I ain't your boy. He said you are F-boy. God, dog. Woo. Listen, I've had to curse out some officers before. I almost had to drag one in the back lot before. With the disrespect, man, I'm telling you, it's real. Every now and then, But let's run it back so you guys can hear it one more time, and then I want to get your thoughts on this. I ain't your boy. Oh, man.
Or out here? Inside the city or out here?
Just right here.
Okay.
Go pull the video at Valero. You get on my traffic stop again, I will arrest you.
Yeah, I'll arrest you right now.
Do it, buddy.
And we're going to
do it.
Charges against your ignorance.
Do it, Ode.
Go for it.
Do it. There's cameras at Valero, and there's cameras at Napa that see you pulled out.
Shut your mouth.
You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your boy.
Talk to you, boy. You a boy.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Town 302, status check.
Info. Mother.
Wow, how rowdy is that? The sheriff of a North Georgia county and a city police officer threatened to arrest each other in the middle of a traffic stop. The Hiawassee officer's body cam caught the heated exchange. 11 Alive Chief Investigator Brendan Keefe with a video through open records and from one of his sources in Towns County. Brendan?
And that's right, Jeff. It's an extraordinary recording. Two cops, one the elected sheriff himself, the other the Hiawassee police officer, exchanging profanities. The officer after the driver essentially wasn't in ear range, but those threats of arrest in front of the driver who had just been cited for speeding. The clash occurred last week amid a jurisdiction dispute where the Towns County Sheriff accused Hiawassee officers of making stops and pursuing suspects outside the city limits.
Inside the city or out here?
Just right here.
Okay.
Go pull the video at Valero. You get on my traffic stop again, I will arrest you.
Issue that will be investigated by the proper authorities. We've learned that the GBI has been notified and the district attorney in Towns County is involved. There's no word on any consequences for the police officer, but the sheriff can't be disciplined or fired except by the voters because he's an elected official who answers only to the voters. We also obtained a secret recording on which the sheriff can be heard calling Hiawassee officers the enemies of the sheriff's office. 11 Alive investigates. Well, we're just getting started, and we'll have more on this case next week.
I love this guy. He is an awesome journalist and investigator, you guys. He's nothing to play with. He's definitely the real deal. This is sad. This is embarrassing, you know. But you guys, listen, this happens. This absolutely happens, and they're right. Unfortunately, the sheriff is an elected official. They're hard to budge, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Not everybody was meant to wield power, you guys. That's the facts. Just not. Everybody is not designed. Everyone was not created to hold power. And unfortunately, we live in a country where power is just given out willy-nilly, right? They just hand the power out to anybody. You know, people with emotional problems, insecurities, mental health issues, power, give it to them, and a gun. And they send them out here to the world, to the citizens, and tell them to enforce laws. And unfortunately, you have one of the biggest problems with law enforcement. You have law enforcement who are enforcing laws through their ego, and there lies the problem. No excuse for why the sheriff conducted himself that way. He is the highest law in his county. He's the top guy. Embarrassing. Very embarrassing, very disappointing. I'm curious to know how the citizens are going to respond to that. Is this your king, right? Is that your leader? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? He said, I ain't your boy. Oh my God. That's embarrassing. Anyways, you guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me get your thoughts in the comment section. I'm really curious to know what you think. Good night, you guys. God bless.